It's Tooltip Tuesday, so we're going to talk about one of the biggest tools to come on the scene in recent years, DndBeyond.com. Welcome back, fellow Game Masters. I'm Richard Quiner, and in today's Tooltip Tuesday, we're talking about DndBeyond.com. This website came on the scene not too long ago. As it came out of its beta testing phase and became well used among the community, it had a lot of really great features that really help in the games, but a lot of complaints came up, and we're just going to talk about this a little bit. Now, to explain it all, what is DndBeyond.com? Basically, it's a compendium or encyclopedia of information. There's a character builder on there that is very helpful in creating your characters, and it's got just all of the books of Dungeons and Dragons available for you to peruse and use in your games. But the catch is, of course, you have to pay for these because you have to own the material that you're using. DndBeyond.com comes with subscription services, and I'm going to break those down for you real quick. They have a free tier, which basically means there are ads on the site that pay for the site. You can create a couple characters on there if you have access to the materials. For example, if you want to create a character that uses a race or class that is in something other than the basic rules of Dungeons and Dragons, you will have to buy the book that that character or race or class belongs in order to use it to build your character. In addition, on the free level, you can create your own homebrew stuff, races and classes and magic items. You're able to create and share that content with other people on the platform. The next step above the free subscription is called the Hero tier, and I think it's about $25 for a year. It's not a lot. Basically, what the Hero tier means is you're getting rid of ads on the site, so you won't see any annoying advertisements. You're going to be able to make unlimited characters to use in your campaigns and adventures. You're going to be able to use D&D Beyond's mobile app on several different mobile devices, tablets, and cell phones and such, which is very handy. In addition to creating and sharing your own homebrews, you'll also be able to use other people's homebrews from the community at D&D Beyond. And of course, as with the free tier, you'll be able to create and join campaigns with other players on the platform. The next level up is Master tier subscription, and this is about $55 a year, and it's the highest level tier you can get. Basically, it's no ads, everything from the Hero tier, so you can have unlimited characters, unlimited mobile devices connected to it. You can have as many campaigns as you want. You can create a bunch of campaigns, you can share homebrew, you can download and use homebrew stuff. The only difference between this and the previous one and the Hero tier is you can also share any content that you've unlocked through purchases. So if you own the Player Handbook and Dungeon Master Guide, you can create a campaign, invite players to that campaign, and they will be able to access those books as well and the information that's in them. This is really useful if you're dungeon mastering a lot and may have a lot of campaigns or things going on, so you can share this information with your players and they don't have to go buy it themselves. The only limitation in this is that you can only do it on 3 campaigns, and each campaign can only have up to 12 players connected to it. Now let's talk about the horse in the room with DndBeyond.com. It is a separate company from Wizards of the Coast, and that means if you want to access the materials that's in the books, you have to buy them. It costs money. They're trying to make money, Wizards is trying to make some money, and they might have a very close partnership, but that doesn't mean they're the same company, and so you will have to buy the books on DndBeyond.com if you want to access that content. There is no way to scan in your current book library or anything like that. So keep that in mind. As we talk about DndBeyond.com, it's not free. There is some free stuff, but it's not completely usable as a free service. The things I will say about the books on D&D Beyond is their readability on tablets and stuff. It's really easy to just pick up a tablet and start scrolling through the pages and reading the book like a normal ebook, which is very nice. Also, the plus side of that is you don't end out with a shelf full of books like I have. And for that reason is why for my future book purchases for Dungeons and Dragons, I tend to go to DndBeyond.com. I can get it same day, I don't have to take up shelf space, and I can get it on my tablet anywhere I want. The website also features a forum section where people will have discussions about D&D. They'll have posts of people looking for groups and trying to find adventure parties. It's a pretty robust community that grew very quickly, so check out the forums also if you're over there. In terms of the functionality of D&D Beyond as a tool, it's got some really good things and it's got some really weak things. The best thing about it is the books and the resources in terms of finding your spells and finding monsters is a very quick process. They have a search engine. You just type in the name and it shows up. If you need a specific section in a specific book, it's very quick to get to. Almost faster than flipping through a book and like finding the pages, because it's digital and it's a lot quicker that way. and you're not actually flipping through physical pages. The other great thing about the service is their character builder. It, to me, is really top-notch. It has everything you need to make your character, has a lot of different options if you're not doing a homebrew race. And if you are doing a homebrew race, you can do that too on the site. You just have to make sure you have that race on DndBeyond.com. But the character creator will take it has a bit of a learning curve, and reading the sheet has a bit of a learning curve. So it's not perfect, but it is very, very good. The biggest weakness in the tools of D&D Beyond is probably the campaign management. Right now, the whole campaign functionality is you can set up a campaign, which is just a name. You can invite players to it and see and access their character sheets, and you can have a small section for notes. But the notes, that's it. It's just one little section. So there's no real way to organize the notes. It's just a box that you type your notes in. So as a campaign managing tool, it's pretty subpar. One of the biggest drawbacks of D&D Beyond that I've seen and that I still worry about, even though it's been running for a while and it seems to be pretty solid, is the potential to lose the books that you've purchased. If you've bought books digitally, you know that you don't really have them in your possession. If you have them physical, you have the book, they can't take that away from you. But on D&D Beyond, if you do something that will break the terms of service of the site, it is very possible that you could get your account banned and lose your materials that you've purchased. Is this likely to happen? I don't think so. Most people, I don't think, would go on there and get banned off DndBeyond.com, but I'm just saying it's a potential. The risk is there. We don't know what will happen. Another quick side note is D&D Beyond is mainly focused on 5th edition D&D, which leads me to be concerned when it goes to 6th edition D&D, which will eventually happen. It will change. But I also take comfort in knowing that this is not a Wizards of the Coast product, but it is a separate business entity, and so they might just carry over the functionality into 6th edition when that becomes available. A couple things I wish they had on the site, which would be very, very nice, is maybe include some more campaign management functionality, some tabs and folders and ways to search around things might be a lot easier, just to give the dungeon masters more of a reason to use the page for managing their campaigns. This could also be an option to make the campaigns public, much like Obsidian Portal, which is a kind of a wiki social network for Dungeons & Dragons campaigns. And the last feature that I think would be really cool is if they got into the virtual tabletop space. They wouldn't have to have a whole lot. I usually run virtual tabletops with Google Draw because I don't want to pay for Fantasy Grounds or Roll20. But for D&D Beyond, since I'm already using it for the character sheets and the books, it might as well just add in a virtual tabletop that I can let my players access remotely. All in all, as a tool, do I recommend D&D Beyond? Yeah, it's a really neat tool. There's a lot of features on there. Definitely check it out, at least as a free subscription. I don't really recommend doing it as a paid subscription unless you plan on playing a lot or being a dungeon master a lot. Like myself, I run the master tier. I have 3 separate campaigns going and a potential for more in the future. We just have to wait and see, but I use this resource pretty much all the time. In the comments below, I want to hear your thoughts about DndBeyond.com. Let me know what you think of the site and the service and how the whole site is laid out and the management of the books and campaigns. And let's see if we can have a little discussion about what we like about it, what we don't like about it. Just let me know in the comments below. I hope this has been a helpful, informative video for you. If it has, hit the like button. If you like the channel, hit the subscribe button. And as always, I'm Richard Quiner. Thank you for watching.